Start na. All right. Thank you, teacher Aisha. So once again, I am your teacher Helen. So, please next slide, teacher Aisha. All right. So before we formally start to our um, next lesson, let us have first an activity, and it is entitled "What Am I?" So you're going to guess what the picture is telling you, and don't worry, there are clues on beside on the picture. All right. Do you understand, my dear pupils? Okay, so please, next slide, teacher Aisha. Alright, so what is the picture telling you? Alright, can I have Corvera?
Sunlight teacher.
Let us see if Corvera is right. Please, next slide. Very good, Corvera. You answer it right. Next, what is that? Can I have? Let me call on the wrong the ring.
For me, teacher, it is the rotation.
Let us see if your answer is right. Please, next slide. You're correct, the wrong. How about the next slide? Please, teacher Aisha. How about that? Can I have, let me see. Can I have Baguio?
Is it revolution, teacher?
Come again?
Revolution, teacher.
Let us see if your answer is right. Please, next slide. Very good. Baguio, your answer is correct. Next, how about that? Can I have, let me see, Ladra?
Seasons teacher.
Let us see if your answer is right. Please, next slide. Very good. Your answer is correct. So, please, next slide, teacher Aisha. Who can guess what is that? Can I have Corvera?
Nighttime teacher.
Let us see if your answer is right. Please, next slide. Very good, Corvera. Your answer is correct. Please, next slide. All right. That's all, everyone. Thank you for your participation. And it seems like you have an idea on what will be our topic for today. So, who among you here have any idea on what will be our topic for today? Can I have Montero?
Is it rotation and revolution, teacher?
Let us see. Please, next slide. Correct, Montero. So today we will be talking about the rotation and revolution. So please listen, everyone, so that you will learn something about the Earth's rotation and the revolution. Okay? Please, next slide, teacher Aisha. All right. So can someone read what's written on the screen? Okay, can I have Ladra?
Rotation. The Earth rotates in full circle a day. It causes day and night.
Okay, thank you, Ladra. So, the circular movement of an object spinning on around its axis is called rotation. So the Earth rotates on its own axis, and it takes 24 hours to turn all the way around to make a single day. And because of the rotating on its own axis, we have a daytime and a nighttime. So can someone any idea or have an idea on what is the daytime and also the nighttime? Can I have Kabukos?
The day teacher is where the sun is visible. Then during at night, it is where the moon is more visible than the sun teacher.
Very good, Kabukos. So in the daytime, it is when you can see the sun, and the light and the heat can reach you. And when in nighttime, the earth spins to take you away from the side of the sun where light and heat can't reach you. Okay? Do you understand, my dear pupils? Please react hard if you understand what is rotation. Okay? Please, next slide. Alright, so there is another type of motion of the earth undergoes which is called precession or the wobbling. So can someone please read on what is written on the screen? Can I have Egot?
Precession or wobbling, slow to be noticeable in a span of 26,000 year cycle. The Earth wobbles and points to Polaris. The Earth's magnetic north is not upright and also tilts at an angle of 23.5 degrees.
Okay, so have you seen the white line at the center of the earth? Alright, so imagine a line passing through its center of mass. This imaginary line is that is called the axis, and our planet spins around on this invisible line, just like a top, the one that I've shown you in our activity. Alright, so precession is when we have our Earth. There are multiple precessions that anything that revolves will generally precess. And precession is if you have like a sort of an elliptical orbit, an oval orbit around the sun, and here is the planet sort of repeating that over the time, and the shape of that oval will turn. Even though the planet is continually orbiting, the shape will move around the center of an object that it's turning. That would be the precision of your orbit. And the Earth spins on its own axis and point on in one direction, and that one direction is the Polaris. And it is the Polaris. If you don't have an idea, that is the North Star. And if um we're not fixed in the space doing that, and we actually wobble, and we execute one wobble in 26,000 years. And precision also implies that the Earth's magnetic north is not upright, but it it tilts at an angle of 23.5 degrees. That was shown in the screen. All right, that 23.5 degrees. And the earth is not sitting with a straight posture, but its axis is actually little tilted. So um it's not sitting at a straight posture. And um, because of that, um, what should I say? Um, because it's because the tilting of the earth, the reason why the earth is tilted, it's because um, scientists said or think that an object crashed into the newly formed planet Earth um, in a million years ago, and it knocked our planet over and it tilted at an angle. And this this slight tilt made one part of the Earth that lean towards the sun, while the other part of the earth is leading away. And the solar energy reaching different parts of our planet is not constant, but varies during the year. At a particular time, the northern hemisphere is leaning towards the sun, while the southern hemisphere is leaning away from the sun. And that is the great or the good benefit of why the earth is tilting. So due to this rotational quality part of our planet earth, we witness day and night. All right, so do you understand, my dear pupils? Because of its tilting with a 23.5 degrees, we experience day and night. All right, so please next, teacher Aisha. Next. All right. I think this is not my part. Can you move backward, teacher Aisha? I think so. Since the other motion is not in there, so I will tell you another one movement, which is the revolution. So other teachers already mentioned about the revolution, right? If you remember, teacher Lyle already discussed a little bit of what is revolution, right? So revolution is, although the Earth is rotating on its axis at the same time, but it also revolves on orbits around the sun. So it revolves around the sun, and then it revolves in a full circle in a year. So how many days does the Earth revolves around the sun? Can I have Kabunak?
365 days, teacher, and 366 days if it is leap year, teacher.
Very good. The that's a very good answer. All right. So the um Earth takes a 365 days to complete a revolution that makes up one whole year, all right? And because of the revolution, it causes the seasons to change. The Earth's tilt and around the shape has also influenced the changes of seasons. And due to the Earth's rotation and the revolution, it has caused the day and night and the sequence of seasons. Alright? So the later on the other teacher will discuss more about the day and night and the sequence of seasons. So that will be all for my part. I will pass you to our next teacher. All right? Thank you.
Can you next slide, please, teacher? Hi, class. Am I audible? Hello, class.
Yes, you are, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much, teacher Lyle. So now, so today we're going to explore more something amazing, how the earth moves in space and how that movement affects our society or in everyday life. So again, our topic is all about the rotation and revolution. So before with that, once again, I am your teacher. I am teacher Lizel, okay? So now, aside from revolving, the earth is also rotating and spinning. So in astronomy, revolution refers to the movement of a celestial body around ano- another body in space. So, for example, the Earth revolves around the sun. So, here, one revolution of Earth around the sun takes approximately 365 days. So, this 365 days is a 1 year or a year. So, this path Earth follows around the sun is called the orbit. So, next slide, please. Teacher Aisha. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. So, can you tell me your observation, or can you guess what this picture trying to tell you? Okay, can I have Durong?
For me, teacher, as what I've observed in this picture, the left side is I can see this is the nighttime, and the right side this is the daytime, teacher.
Very good. Can I have another hands if you want to add on? Okay, can I have okay, Martirias.
Hello, teacher. From this
Hello.
picture, teacher, I
Yes.
observe. I think this is the part of rotation, teacher. When we are on the side of the earth that is facing the sun, teacher, we experience the daylight as what the picture show, and the opposite is will be the nighttime.
Okay, so now let's see your answers. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. Next slide, please, Teacher Aisha. Okay, very good. It is the nighttime and daytime. So it takes 24 hours for the Earth to complete one full rotation. That's why we have 12 hours of daytime. It's called illuminated when our side of Earth is facing the sun, and 12 hours of nighttime or unilluminated when our side is turned away from the sun, I mean. So overall, we have the 24 hours in a day. So next slide, please, Teacher Aisha. So do you think Earth is also spinning? Okay, can I have um Bukag?
Yes, teacher, because as what you've said, we have day and night. The
Very good. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for that, Reshni. So, yes, it is. The Earth is doing both rotating and revolving at the same time. So now let's talk about the next slide. Can you please next slide, please? Very good, Rishni. Okay, can you tell me what is this? Can anyone tell me? Okay, can I have Corvera? One
Based on
answer
the
only, teacher.
picture, teacher, it represents seasons, teacher, the four
Okay, can
seasons.
you tell me one of the season in the screen?
Winter, teacher.
Okay, can I have another one to guess what season in the upper? Okay, can I have you?
Autumn, teacher.
Okay, very good. Can I have another one? Can I have Quizon?
Summer, teacher.
Okay. The last one. What is the last season? Oh my god. Okay, can I have Katipay?
Spring, teacher.
Okay, very good. So let's see if your answers are correct. Next slide, please. Okay, let's give Corvera, Katipay, and other students who answered this one a clap. Very good. It is a winter, spring, summer, and autumn. So, can you define in your own words what is autumn season? Can you tell me? Okay, can I have Martirias?
For me, teacher, is autumn is when the leaves fall down and turn. to brown and orangey.
Okay, very good. Very good, materials. Autumn is leaves falls from trees when the weather gets cold. So, how about the winter? Okay, can I have Durong?
For me, teacher, the winter teacher is the coldest part of the year, teacher.
Okay, very good. Winter, it's cold and snowy in many places. Days are shorter also. So, can I have for the summer and spring? Can we have Pilyo and Kabukus? So, Pilyo first. Pick
Summer,
one. Okay.
summer teacher is the hottest season of the year.
Okay, very good. It's hot and sunny. Okay. How about the spring, Kabukus?
Spring teacher is the indication of the first blossom of the flowers like the trees of a week.
Okay, very good. Spring, it is the plants begin to grow and animals wake up from nib- hibernation. Okay, very good. So, can you next slide, please? So now that we're talking about the rotation and revolution of the Earth, how about when the Earth is in the side of summer? Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea or opinion? How about if the earth is in the side of summer? Can I have Lodra?
I think, teacher, if the earth is in the side is it the side in the summer, right?
Yes,
The
right.
side in the summer.
Is at the
I
side?
think the earth that time will be in the so very hot, and we experience dry season, teacher.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that, my dear Ladra. So for that, I will give you a clap. Okay. Now, when the earth is in the summer, during summer, the part of Earth that is tilted toward the sun receives more direct sunlight. Um, as you can see, the Earth it has the light side and the dark side. So the light side is the sun receive more direct sunlight, which causes hotter temperatures and longer days. And the other side of the Earth, which is the dark side, is the Earth will experience opposite, which is the winter. Can you next slide, please, Teacher Aisha? Okay, this is what I'm trying to explain. So the the other side feels summer and the dark one side is feel will feel winter. Okay, now next slide please. Okay, in your own word, in your own opinion, how can you tell about this rotation of the earth when it's the earth is in this side or at this side? Can I have Durong?
For me, teacher, in this side, as discussed earlier, it is the winter side. So, if the earth is in the winter side, teacher, we can feel the coldness, teacher.
Okay, very good. So during winter, thank you so much, my dear Durong. So during winter, the part of the earth you are on is tilted away from the sun, which is again the light side and the dark side. So the light side obviously will feel the summer, and the dark side will feel the winter. So the sun rays hits the slanted angle, so they are weaker and spread out, causing I mean the other side, causing colder temperature. So now, can you next slide? Okay, here is the opposite of the summer side. So we're talking about the winter. So in the dark side, they can feel the winter, and the light side they can feel the summer. So can you next the slide, please, teacher Aisha? Okay. How about this one? How about this one? Okay, Martha, yes. Can you tell me what season is on this screen and tell
I
me
think teacher
your observation?
the upper is the autumn and the lower is the spring season.
Okay. Then tell me what's how will they feel if this would happen? This will happen.
Teacher, can you repeat? You are
Okay, how
static.
can you feel if this would happen if the autumn and spring, if the earth is in the autumn and this earth is in the spring season?
Teacher, I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Martirilia. So, okay, I will repeat my question. How would people feel if the earth is in the autumn side and the spring side? How would human feel? Would they feel the same, the summer and the winter? Or they would feel the each season? Okay, can I have Durung instead?
For me, teacher, during the autumn season, we can experience the shorter daylight teacher, which is we the evening will come early teacher, and then the spring season teacher, the daytime teacher is longer than the autumn teacher.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Durung. Okay, thank you very much for that I will give you a clap. So don't worry class because teacher Lyle will discuss further about this season. So um for me both autumn and spring, the northern south hemispheres receive equal amounts of sunlight and the cool. So can you please next the slide please? Okay, next the slide please again. Okay, I have question here. How would you feel if there were no changes in seasons due to the earth not revolving around the sun? Okay, can I have Bukag?
Everything would be boring, teacher. Imagine having a summer every day and doesn't have any light, or spring or something winter. So it would be boring for me, teacher.
Okay. My dear Rishni said that if the earth won't um revolve, the earth is very boring. So how about other? Do you want to add on? Okay, may I have you? Okay, can I have Corvera?
If there's no changes in seasons, teacher, the world will experience hotness the whole year, and also for if it is in winter, teacher, we will be feel cold in the whole year also, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Corvera. I think Kabukos wants to answer also for this question. Okay, you may answer, Kabukos.
I think plants will not grow, teacher. Then I will be sad because there will be no food, teacher. If I will
Uh,
be hungry.
okay, thank you so much for that answer, Kabukos. That is a great answer. Okay, can I have Stella?
I
How would you
I
feel?
would I would feel sad or sick, teacher, the
Oh,
same
you
as
would feel
Kabuko's
sad
teacher,
also.
because plants, animals, and us humans, teacher needs seasonal changes to grow and rest and stay healthy, teacher.
Okay. Now let's have the Ladra and Kabunak. The last student will answer this question. Okay. Can I have Ladra first?
Um, Based on my own understanding, teacher, if there is no changes in season, we will be like our economy will be go down, just
Mm.
like what the other country, for example, in country like Africa, if I'm not mistaken,
Africa.
they rarely experience rainy season. So
Mm.
they're really thirst of water. So their living is very difficult. And also
Yes.
in other places, for example, in Antarctica, their ice, that place is filled with ice, so there is no sunlight, so that's why
Mm.
it's very difficult if there is no changes in season, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Ladra. So now let's have the last, Kabunak.
If there were no changes in seasons, teacher, I think it would cause ecological imbalance, teacher, and it would affect our daily life, like the farming, our culture, or our foods, like that, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much for that beautiful answer of you, class. I am very impressed. Teacher is very impressed because I did not expect that you would have that beautiful thought. So, um, now because of that, I will give you a wow, 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 wow clap because you answered a wow, wow, wow answer. So, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. I mean 1 2 3, wow, 1 2 3, wow, 1 2 3, wow, 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 wow. Okay, very good. So can you next slide please, teacher Aisha? Okay, I think my topic is done, so now let's proceed to tropical area, which will be discussed by teacher um Lyle. Okay, teacher Lyle, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, the Astra teacher Lizel. Now, everyone, are you ready to listen to Astra teacher Lyle again? Can I have a heart reaction, everyone? Okay, thank you for that. So, you talked about the seasons with teacher Lizal. Now, can someone tell me again what are the four seasons? Can I have Durong? Tell me the four seasons.
Okay, teacher. The four season teacher is the autumn, winter, spring, and summer.
Okay, very good, Durong. The four seasons are the summer, winter, autumn, and spring. Now, what is your favorite season, class? Can I have Ladra?
For me, teacher, I my favorite season is spring season, teacher. Do I need to explain?
Oh, why do you like spring, Ladra?
I like spring, teacher, because I can see new leaves and new flowers, and it's brighten my eyes. It's beautiful.
Okay, thank you for that, Ladra. So, Ladra likes spring because it's beautiful. Okay, let's give Ladra and Durong a virtual clap. Now, class, let's talk about tropical area or tropical zone. So, when you hear the word tropical, what comes in your mind, class? Can I have someone? Wait, see who's raising their hand. Okay, can I have Kabunak?
When I hear the word tropical, teacher, I think of our country, teacher, Philippines. We are a tropical country.
Okay, Kabunak said if he heard the word tropical, he our country comes to her mind. Very good. Can I have last one? Can I have Ladra again?
When I hear the word tropical, teacher, I agree with Rizel that I can think of our country or like our planet, since our planet experience different temperature, the constant high temperature and the have average temperature, teacher, like that, higher lower.
Okay, thank you for that, Ladra. So now let's dig deeper on what is the tropical area. Please, next slide, Astro Teacher Aisha. Okay. Okay, so here's the tropical area. Can I have someone to read what's here in the slide? Okay, can I have Egot?
Tropical area. The tropics are regions of Earth that lie roughly in the middle of the globe. The tropics between the latitude lines of the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The tropics include the equator and the parts of the North America, South America, Africa, Asia, and Australia.
Okay, thank you for that, Igot. I'll give you a clap for that. So, tropical regions class. In here, as you can see, here in the globe, with a red circle, that is where the tropical zone located. So tropical regions or tropical areas, they do not get cold enough class and do not experience snow in the winter. So just like the Philippines class, the only season that we only have sunny days and rainy days. We don't experience the snow. We don't experience snow or winter, right? So therefore, tropical regions class, they are also called hot or humid regions as they normally have high temperature class. They have high temperature and no seasonal change due to the east flowing winds class that keep the temperature high in the tropical zone. Again, what is the other term for the tropical region class? Yes, Kabunak.
The other term for tropical region teacher is the hot or humid region teacher.
Very good for that, Kabunak. If you're listening, I'll give you a clap for that. So, tropical regions class, they are best suited for growing crops and beverages such as tea and coffees because class, tropical regions or the tropical zone class, they help the plants grow better in hot and humid climates. These are also the tropical region also class. This is where the major source of factories to run and produce electricity. Okay, so there are a lot of benefits class in the tropical regions if your country is located in the tropical regions. Like for example, tropical areas class, they help maintain and balance ecosystem. Okay, and then another thing is the tropical rainforest. Okay, the tropical rainforest class surrounding the tropical region are a source of food for humans and also for animals class. Okay, and as what I have said earlier, tropical zone, they are best suited for growing different kinds of crops. Okay, again, the this is the tropical area or the tropical zone. Please, next slide. Okay, thank you for that, teacher Aisha. So earlier, when we said tropical zone, they do not have seasonal change. They do not have winter. How about in temperate zone class? Do you have any idea what is it in the temperate zone? Wait, I'll have someone. Okay, can I have Doreen?
For me, teacher, this is just a guess, teacher, because as you said earlier, tropical area or tropical zone is no seasonal change, while temperate zone, I think there is a changes of season, teacher.
Okay, so Doreen said the temperate zone there are changes of season. Okay, so let's dig deeper on what is temperate zone and let's find out if Doreen is right. So please next slide, Astro teacher Aisha. Okay, so temperate zones are the mild temperature areas located between the subtropical and the polar regions. The two regions between the Tropic of Capricorn, as you can see in there in south, Tropic of Capricorn, and the Antarctic Circle, and then, or the Tropic of Cancer in the north, and the Arctic Circle. that is where the temperate zone located. Okay, again, where is the temperate zone located, class? Can I have someone to answer? Okay, no one's raising their hands. Oh, there is. Okay, okay, can I have Kabukos?
At the upper part teacher or the in the tropic zone of Capricorn.
Okay, the upper part and the Tropic of Capricorn, and also in the Tropic of Cancer, right? Capricorn. Okay, so temperate regions, class, they are the ones that experience moderate variation of and change in temperature. So they extend between the latitude of the Tropic of Cancer, as you can see in the north, and the Tropic of Capricorn in the south, as you can see in the picture in there. So temperate zones, class, they generally experience all the major seasons in the year, which are the summer, the winter, the autumn, and spring. Okay? They are located in the polar and subtropic region. So temperate zone, class, they can be classified into two. The north temperate zone here in the Arctic Circle and Tropic of Cancer, and then the South Temperate Zone in the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle. So the region between, the North Temperate Zone, class, which is the region between the Arctic Circle and the Tropic of Capricorn, that is where the North Temperate Zone. And then the countries in here are the Central, East, and the Northern Asia. Oh, these are just some of the areas that lie in the North Temperate Zone. While the South Temperate Zone, class, it is located between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle. So the areas in here, class, include South Africa as well as New Zealand. Okay, so the South Temperate Zone, class, it also lie in the southern hemisphere. So please, can I have someone to differentiate between the tropical zone and the temperate zone? Can I have someone? Yes, Doreen?
Um, Teacher, the tropical area is there is a no seasonal change, while temperate zone is there is a mild areas that the seasons are changed or not changed, teacher.
Okay, thank you for that, Doreen. I'll give you a clap for that. Now, who wants to add another information about the temperate and the tropic zone? Can I have Ladra?
Based on my understanding, teacher, and what you explained, temperate zone in temperate zone they experience the four different seasons, which are the winter, autumn, summer, and spring. While the tropical zone, they rarely, or not rarely, like they didn't, am I right? They didn't experience the four different season, teacher, like that. Is it correct?
Okay, thank you for that, Ladra. It seems like you're really listening to me. Now, for the last one to share, can I have Igot?
For my teacher, based on the illustration also that you've discussed, is that the tropical zone teacher is in between the Tropic of Cancer and the equator, and then the temperate zone also is in between the what you call this the Arctic Circle above and in the Antarctic Circle teacher below.
Okay, thank you for that, Ninya. Okay, so I'll give you a clap for that also. Thank you, everyone. So, the maximum class and minimum temperature of the tropic region and temperate regions. Okay, so the tropic region, class, they have an annual temperature of around 23 to 28 degrees Celsius, while the temperate zone, class, They have as low as 15 degrees Celsius or 5 degrees Fahrenheit, and as high as 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So please, next slide, teacher Aisha. Please, next slide, teacher Aisha. Okay, can you please next slide, teacher Aisha? Okay. Okay, now let's talk about the solstice. Okay. Okay. First, let's have the equinox. Do you have any idea, class, what is the equinox? Oh, Hapal, Corvera, and others didn't have any idea what is an equinox. Also, Ladra. So, teacher Lyle will talk about the equinox. Please, next slide. So, can I have someone to read what is an equinox? Yes, Ladra.
Equinox. There are only two times of the year when the Earth's axis is tilted, neither toward nor away from the sun, resulting in a nearly equal amount of daylight and darkness at all latitudes.
Okay, so there are only two times in a year where resulting in a nearly equal amount of daylight and darkness. Now, can you tell me what are those days or months where we have nearly an equal amount of daylight and darkness based on the picture that is beside the equinox, the word equinox? Yes, Tabukos, can you
In
give
the
me one?
in the month of March, teacher, March 21 specifically.
March 21. Thank you for that, Kabukos. Now, how about the other one? Can I have Doreen?
Teacher, what is your question again, teacher?
The other day where we experience a nearly equal amount of daylight or darkness, or the equinox.
Um, for me, teacher, that these two teacher, the September 23 and the March 21 teacher.
Okay, thank you for that, Doreen and Kabukos. I'll give you a clap for that. Yes, class. Those are 2 days or 2 months where we experience the equinox. It is the autumn and the spring, or the autumnal equinox and the vernal equinox, class. So these events, class, are called equinox, right? So the equinox, class, it is derived from the two Latin words, okay? The aquis, or which means equal, and nox, which means night. So at the equator, class, you know where the equator is situated, right? At the center of the earth, as what teacher Helen have taught you earlier. The sun is directly overhead at noon on these two equinoxes. So the nearly equal hours of day and night, class, are due to refraction of sunlight. You already know about refraction, right? Since already we already discussed about that, or the refraction of sunlight, or a bending of the light's rays that causes the sun to appear above the horizon. Okay, above the horizon, when the actual position of the sun is below the horizon. Another class is the days becomes a little longer at the higher latitude. So those at the distance from the equator, or those countries that are far away from the equator. Okay? Because it takes the sun longer to rise and set. So therefore, on the equinox class and for several days before and also after the equinox, the length of the day will range from about 12 hours and 6.5 at the equator up to 12 and 8 minutes and 30 seconds at 30 degrees latitude to 12 hours and 16 minutes at 60 degrees latitude. Okay, so that is the equinox. Now, can we have the next slide, Teacher Aisha? Now let's talk about the solstice. Oh, we forgot the solstice, Teacher Aisha. The previous slide. Again. Okay, so we skipped the solstice class. I'm so sorry for that. So in here, the solstice. Do you have any idea, class, what is the solstice? Okay, Rana May Stella, do you have any idea?
I think it's the time when the sun is far from the equator, teacher, that causes the what you call this, longest or shortest day of the year, teacher.
Okay, thank you for that, Stella. I think Stella is a genius since she already know what is a solstice. So, solstice class, these are the time or date twice each year, just like the equinox, at which the sun reaches its maximum or minimum declination, marked by the longest and shortest days, just like what Stella said. So on June 21 and also December 22 or December 21 here in summer or the summer solstice and the winter or the winter solstice. So the summer solstice class occurs at the moment the Earth tilts toward toward or from the sun is at a maximum. Therefore, on the day of the summer solstice class, the sun appears to be at the highest elevation with a noontime position that changes very little for several days before and after the summer solstice. So the summer solstice class occurs when the sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer. We already talked about the Tropic of Cancer earlier, right? And it is also shown in the picture, which is located at 23.5 degrees latitude north and runs through Mexico, the Bahamas, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, India, and the southern China. So for every place class north of the Tropic of Cancer, the sun as it is at its highest point in the sky, and this is the longest day of the year. Again, this is the longest day of the year in the summer solstice, June 21. While the winter solstice, it marks the shortest day and longest night of the year in the northern hemisphere. So it occurs when the sun is directly at the Tropic of Capricorn, which is located at 23.5 degrees south of the equator. Again, in the summer solstice, the sun is at the Tropic of Cancer, but in the winter solstice, the sun is at the Tropic of Capricorn and runs through Australia, Chile, southern Brazil, and also northern South Africa. Okay? Do you understand what is solstice, class? Okay, Kabuna, Cervera. Oh, there are only two students who understand what is solstice. Durung, Ladra, Kabukos. Very good, class. Now, can someone differentiate what is equinox and solstice class? Yes. Wait. Then I have. Oh, is Kabukus my only my student and also Stella? How about the others? How about Dagatan? Can I have Dagatan? Dagatan? Is Dagatan around? Oh, I guess Dagatan is not present today. Can I have you? Can I have you? You, are you there? Can you differentiate? Oh, you just left the meeting. Okay, so can I have here Ladra instead? Since
Teacher, did you call me teacher?
oh yes, Dagatan. Can you differentiate equinox and solstice Dagatan?
Okay. The solstice teacher has two teacher, the summer and the winter. Summer teacher falls on June 21 and in winter teacher is December 21. And while the equinox teacher has an autumn teacher which is on September 23 and this in spring teacher is what we call vernal equinox falls on March 21 teacher.
Okay, thank you for that, Dagatan. Would you like to add Ladra?
Based on your discussion, teacher, the solstice are the longest and shortest days of the year, while equinoxes occur when the day and night are equally as long.
Thank you for that, Dagatan. Now, who wants to add? Can I have Kabukos?
In solstice teacher, the sun is the farthest away, while in the equinox, the sun is directly above the equator.
Who are you done, Kabukos?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you for that, Kabukos. And earlier also, Corvera raised her hand. Do you want to add, Corvera?
It's already answered, teacher.
Okay, thank you for that, Corvera. So, how about Martorilia since she raised her hand?
Yes, teacher. I have additional teacher. The solstices results in change of the length of the night and day, and the equal. What is that again? Equinox teacher do
Equinox?
not.
Oh, thank you for that. I guess everyone is really listening to me. Can you please next slide, teacher Aisha? Now, since we are already done about tackling about the tropical regions, the temperate zone, the solstice and equinox, let us have our quiz. Are you ready, everyone? Okay, everyone is ready. Oh, Martorilias is raising her hand. Do you have an inquiry, Martorilias? Oh,
Sorry, teacher. I accidentally tapped it.
oh, okay. Thank you, Martorilias. Now let's have our quiz time. I want you to get a ball pen or a pencil and 1/4 sheet of paper. Please react hard if you already have a sheet of paper there and also a pencil. Okay, Martorilias, Dagatan. How about the others? Igot and Corvera. Okay, everyone have their paper now. Now let's have our quiz. Please next slide. Okay, please react hard if you're done, my dear students. My dear pupils, I mean. Okay, Hapal is done. Corvera's done. Kabukos also. I guess everyone's done. Oh, Raname Stella's not yet done. Kabunak's done also. Let's wait for Stella, everyone. Okay, Stella's done. Please, next slide, Teacher Aisha. Okay, 3 and 4. Are you done, class? Please send a heart reaction or a thumbs up. Oh, Pilio is not yet done. Durung, Kabuko, Corvera. Is Corvera done? Dagatan's not yet done. Let's wait for Pilio and Dagatan, class. Okay, Pilio's done as well as Dagatan. So let's next slide, please, Teacher Aisha. Okay. Please send a heart, everyone, if you're done answering, so we can proceed to the next number. Okay, Dagatan's done, as well as Katipay, Hapal, Durin also done. How about the others? Kabunak's done, as well as Ladra, and Igot, and also Martorilla. So everyone's done with this number. Can we proceed, Teacher Aisha? Okay, for 7 and 8. Okay, Kabunak is done. Very good. As well as Hapal. Oh, only two of them. Stella's done also, as well as Durin, Igot, and Ladra. Martorilias, Katipay. Oh, so everyone's done with number 7 and 8. Please, next slide. Okay, here is the last two numbers, number 9 and 10. Oh, Durin's done. Very good. How about the others? Stella and Hapal's done also. Very good, class. As well as Kabunak and Dagatan. So everyone's done, class? Yes, everyone is done. So please, next slide, teacher. So now, class, we will show you the answer key. But you will check your paper, your own paper. But I want you to be honest, class. Okay? Uh, did you next the slide, teacher Aisha? Okay, this is the answer key. Please, next slide. So I have here a quote for you. Please, I would prefer even to fail with honor than win by cheating. Okay, class. So if you cheat, class, you will never succeed in life. Cheating is not morally right, class. Okay. You won't feel honored if you're the highest scorer, the highest honor, just because you've cheated. Okay, so please be honest, everyone. We want our students to be morally um to have their own morals. Okay, please check your own paper, class. Please, next slide. Please be honest, everyone. We trust you. Okay, here's the answer key. And after answering, please type your score in the comment section or the inbox in messages. Oh, Durang got 9. Hapal got 10. Very good, everyone. Very good, Durong and Hapal. As well as Corvera, 10. Rona May Stella's got 10. Igot got 9. How about the others? Are you done? Ladra got 9. Oh, Pilio also 9. And Kabukos, Vanessa's 10. Okay, everyone got high scores. Some are 10, some are 9. Very good, everyone. Since you got high scores, that just mean that you're really listening to teacher. Okay, please next slide. Katipay got 10. Very good, Katipay. So thank you for listening to us, my dear pupils. Our space adventure is now finished. Please, next slide. Again, class, this has been your Astro teacher, Lyle, together with
Teacher Aisha.
Astro teacher Iris.
Astro teacher, Teacher Helen.
Okay, and Astra teacher Terence and also Astra teacher Liza. Thank you for being part of our or for being part of our space adventure, everyone. It has been a great honor for us on imparting knowledge to you all. Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye.
Next.
Yan na,